Hello, Scorpios! How's it going today? This video is for the Scorpio Suns and Scorpio Rising Ascendants. Thank y'all so much for joining me today. This video is going to be a horoscope astrological prediction for the full moon in Scorpio that's coming up and a tarot intuitive card pull. So let's get into it. Scorpio, Scorpio. Ooh! So Scorpio, this full moon in Scorpio, it's literally in your sign. You're the one bringing around all of this drama that's happening. It's okay. We like it. You transform things. So this is happening in your first house. And so what does that mean? The first house is ruled by Aries, and this is the house of the self, of your appearance, of your ego, of your identity. This is all of our, our new beginnings and our purpose and our approaches to life. And so houses show special interests or areas of life that the astrological sign that it's transiting in is occurring in for you. And so you can think back to the November 15th-ish time when we had the new moon in Scorpio. And so the things that were happening in your life around then, the specific life situations, the challenges, the concepts, the things that you were thinking about, that is all culminating with this full moon in Scorpio right now. And so, as I was saying, the first house is ruled by Aries, and a tarot correspondence for Aries is Major Arcana 4, which is the Emperor, and that is Mars in Aries. So we can include knowledge of some of the concepts associated with the Emperor for this time period for you. And specifically, the Emperor is all about and represents your domain, your structure, your boundaries, what you rule over, how do you present yourself as a leader, all of these different ideas for the Emperor. And so during a full moon in the first house, when it transits your own zone, it has to do with your identity. Obviously, this is your energy right now. And so this may be a time where you're feeling like, where is the focus on me? I need a little bit attention. Recently, and especially over the past 2 weeks, you may have been feeling like life has been a little bit too, or has just been more other oriented. How do you relate to people in community? How do you share space? And so right now, this is the perfect time for you to take account of what you need, your own needs, your own desires, your own will, all of that good stuff. And so you're needing a little bit of attention, but something that I want to say or suggest or advise is to avoid making it too egocentric and avoid having infantile outbursts, because during a full moon, we see a sort of culmination of energy, a lot of overflow, and especially in Scorpio, another sign of extremes, then it's about bringing all of this emotional stuff to the surface and transforming it. So you may be pulled or called to have a big emotional outburst. But a lesson that I think you can take during this time is to, instead of having outbursts in your relationships, in your time with yourself, this is a really great time to practice self-assertiveness rather than steamrolling others in relationships, or rather than being aggressive in getting your needs met. And this time is going to be finding a balance between your own autonomy and dependence So finding a balance between autonomy and dependence is what this full moon is about for you. And your emotions are on your sleeve right now, especially because you are a fixed water sign and you're going through a fixed water sign, which is yourself. And so this is a time for getting stuck in your feelings, for really going deep into the depths of your subconscious and into your moods. And this time period may be challenging for you as a leader, because it is finding the balance between understanding what you need for yourself versus what other people around you need as well. So avoid making egocentric or, self-serving decisions, and remember that you are part of a system where you are leading other people as well. And so this is a great opportunity for you to identify those parts of yourself that are out of whack when it comes comes to control and power, and where can you bring it more into balance. Another thing too, we can sort of think about with the Emperor card being here is that you want to avoid being like having a temper tantrum or being like a little emperor or like a Joffrey from a Game of Thrones having an outburst and ruling with negativity. This is an excellent time for you to understand how do you work through big feelings and emotions but still get your needs met and help others get their needs met. And then this is a great time to focus on what you want from life, whether in terms of your body, of your looks, of your career, of anything related to your identity. Getting realigned on your purpose and on your vision will help you, but also this time period is very, congruent or will help you do that, especially because the full moon in Scorpio is a great time for self-reflection and for self-examination. So use this as a time period to dig a little bit deep into the parts of yourself that you either want to change or transform, or the parts of yourself that you are, that are having to do with your personal identity. Yes, and so another thing too is how the Scorpio reacts in a Scorpio moon when it transits your own sign. When the full moon transits your own sign, then your already intense emotions and feelings are doubly intense. So this can easily cloud your vision during this time period. I would advise not to make any huge, big decisions, even though you feel really fixed and strong in your opinion, in your feeling, in your understanding of the situation around you, but it will not be completely clear during this time period. Another thing too that I wanted to mention was that this full moon in Scorpio and you being a Scorpio is kind of like when Hunter S. Thompson said, when the weird gets going, when the going gets weird, the weird get going. So you're in this sort of intense, weird energy almost all the time. And now that everybody else is in it, it can make you feel like, oh shit, I'm a master of this. I know how to deal, I can lead. But you are not exempt from the overpowering feelings that may be occurring for everybody during this time period. And to remember that will help you stay grounded if you're feeling like you want to be rash in making decisions. And I would also advise not to make any rash decisions, especially in love life right now. Let yourself get a little bit more grounded because you are in a place where you're focusing on your own needs and desires, but it may be challenging for you to connect with either your partners, your friends, your families, or other relationships that you have. Yes, so I think that is it for you, Scorpio. That is how the full moon in Scorpio is going to be like for you based on astrology. And up next, we're gonna see tarot, what the tarot has to say for the upcoming 2-ish weeks for you, Scorpio. So, and this tarot reading is mainly just an adapted Celtic cross spread, but I have created a little spread PDF for it, and I've linked that in the bio below if that's something that you want to do on your own, or you want to see, or you want to use in the future. Okay, Scorpio. So to begin, what is your current situation right now? And we've got the 9 of Cups. So 9 of Cups, this is a watery, emotional mood energy. This card is ruled by Pisces, so a very deep emotional psychic energy. This is also a standalone, ruled by the Hermit tarot card. So this is going it on your own and being in charge of your domain. Because this person is ruling over the cups, there is a sort of like a smug emotional satisfaction energy to this. So you may be wanting to ask yourself, where in your current situation do you feel like you have been emotionally fulfilled and you've got a good upper hand? And where are you potentially withholding that emotional connection from other people? And where are you overflowing with it? So, yes. And then the next card we have is your current challenge, which can either be a challenge, a help, or a hindrance. And we have the Five of Swords. So Five of Swords is about a struggle or an imbalance. And in the swords domain, it has to do with intellect, with communication, with how you express and innovate things in your life. So this may be saying that you've recently been in a situation, or you're more like currently in a situation with somebody that you are having an intellectual a disagreement with. And this could be in your career. This could be in your personal life, like a family member. And what we're seeing here is maybe a betrayal. And this could either be, for some of you, you betraying somebody in your life or somebody betraying you. But it may also be that this person that has been betrayed was planning to betray you as well. And you did this out of self-defense. And maybe through this situation, you've gotten some sort of emotional satisfaction, but you're not completely happy from the situation. So I see this Five of Swords as a challenge for you during this time. Another thing too is the Five of Swords is connected to Aquarius. So this is your humanitarian ideals, your 11th house of wanting to take care of community, but also be rebellious. So this may mean that in a work situation, for some of you, you decided to go a different path and it was a surprise to other people. And then your subconscious or your unconscious motives that have been affecting the situation, but have been deep and you haven't had them on the conscious mind. And that is Four of Swords. We got another sword. So Four of Swords is your needing to take a respite or a relaxation to avoid mental exhaustion. Maybe you haven't necessarily identified it yet, but you have been needing to take care of yourself, stay at home, ground, not go out and expend yourself. This is also connected to the Emperor card that is happening right now for you in the with the first house Aries. So the Four of Swords is a needing to find your structure and your grounding and taking some time to relax. And you can also ask yourself with the Four of Swords, where in your life that you haven't been noticing this and you need to bring it up to the surface to heal it. So maybe you haven't been noticing that you're getting mentally exhausted in your work, in your relationships, in your chores and the duties that you do on a daily basis. And maybe if you continue to ignore it, then it will be a bigger need later on. So this may suggest a maintenance, rest, relaxation, take care of yourself. The recent past, the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups, Queen of Cups. So court card energies are very much related to your people in your life, archetypes of different types of people, or inner parts of yourself. So the Queen of Cups, this is a feminine, divine feminine energy that is receptive and sits on a seat of power. And from the Queen of Cups, it's emotional intuitiveness and understanding deep depths of your soul and your psyche. And it's also related to addictions or obsessions or looking so deeply into your thoughts and into your past and into your mind that you get caught up and you don't see the world around you. So in your recent past, this could be somebody that you know who is a Queen of Cups energy that has been influencing you, affecting you, either in a well-aspected or in a ill-aspected way, or this could be a part of yourself. You having been in charge or taking care or having a full understanding or depth of your own feelings and emotions and maybe leaning into feeling things through, or it could maybe mean for some of you a rebuttal or a refusal to look deeper into your psyche, and then it's coming up to get you through addictive behaviors. So it could mean a lot of things. And then your conscious mind, your hopes, your ideals, your dreams, the things that you've been working towards, is the Lovers. So I see a lot of romantic energy here. This can mean your choice of lovers, what you need and what you request in your relationship with your romantic or your intimate partner. Or maybe for some, this is looking for a new partner and dating and learning about a new person. Or this can mean something on the more internal level where you have been working on yourself and being the best partner for yourself, and how you take care of yourself and how you devote your time to your passions and the things that you care about. This is really saying that you are looking for an emotional balance and a fulfillment in your relationships, both with yourself and with the ones in the world. But you need to, you need to look in all these different areas and see where it connects to you. Yeah. And so we can look here and see that the subconscious, unconscious emotions, or the subconscious motives that have been in your life, are in the Four of Swords, of needing to take a respite, of having maybe some maintenance, relaxation time so that you don't get overextended. And then currently, in your current situation, you are feeling emotionally satisfied, but maybe like it's not quite enough, or maybe you're withholding from somebody else that emotional care or emotional intelligence that you've learned for yourself. And then your conscious mind is working towards the Lovers, towards finding fulfilling relationships, and towards finding your passion and what you really enjoy doing and what you really care about. And then we have your near future, and that is the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is a youthful energy, either as it's another court card, so this can also be somebody in your life, a part of yourself, or an archetype, but the page is like a young energy. So this could maybe be a young part of yourself that is interested in being a student again, or being a student for the first time. Maybe you plan on going back to school and enrolling in classes. Or for some, you may be nurturing and mentoring a young person who is studious and interested in learning new things. So this is giving a really grounded, youthful energy that will be coming into your life in the near future. And then, so we have 4 more cards, and these have to do with your current approach to the situation, and then your environment approach and help or hindrance of where you are currently at. And then something that has been affecting you that you are not yet aware of, that can give you some advice or some help on your journey. And then your distant future. So your current approach is the Ace of Swords. Your current approach is having a new idea of some sort of change is occurring within you. You are ready to take on a new direction. This is a bit of a course correction or a change on your path. So we may be seeing in the future you deciding to change something from your original plan, going, as we were thinking with the Page of Pentacles, going back to school, or changing your career, or leaving your partner, or your partner leaving you. This is more of from your internal motives and things, choices that you're making. So this may be bringing a new element into your relationships. And then your environment's advice is another queen, the Queen of Wands. We got 2 queens, one in the recent past and then one in your environment. So this may be a partner, or this could be some sort of person in your life, or a part of yourself. And the Queen of Wands is a really great mom, is a really great artist, a creator. This is an intuitive, divine feminine, receptive energy of creation, of fire, of transformation. This is all of your Leo, Aries, Sagittarius friends, this sort of fiery, creative energy. And this environmental card could mean somebody in your life, like your boss, or your coworkers, or your spouse, or maybe your children, but maybe less your children, more like a parental feminine, fiery figure. And feminine doesn't mean female gender. Everybody has all of these energies within them. So this could mean many different people that have a fiery, receptive, and caring energy. And so this energy may pose an opposition to you bringing in a new idea, but it may be coming from a place of holding you accountable and making sure that you're not course correcting just to change for the fun of it, that you really are serious, or showing you the power of transformation comes from the fiery passion that goes along with it. You can have the new idea, but in order to sustain it, you have to have the fire. So this is a lesson that you may learn from somebody that has this Queen of Wands energy in your life. And then something that has been affecting you that you haven't been aware of that can give you some advice is the Two of Coins. Two of Coins, otherwise known as the Two of Pentacles. This is a grounding energy of sitting in your intuition, of balance. This is sort of like a bit of a juggler, but there's not a lot of fear that you're gonna drop something because you're already grounded. You can see this as Capricorn energy. So maybe a Capricorn in your life, or somebody who is really grounded and providing support and structure for you is around, and you can ask them to help you with resources. Or this is a part of yourself or a resource in yourself that you're able to tap into to give you strength, to give you foundation, to give you a platform on which to build your creative ideas and visions. And then your distant future is the Seven of Coins. So otherwise known as the Seven of Pentacles. And so this is a bit of a waiting card. You've planted seeds and you are waiting for them to grow. And things are now outside of your control, and you need to let go and let the things grow and do their own thing. This may have to do with your children. If you're feeling like you really want to micromanage and you really want to get into their lives, this card is saying, let them make their own decisions. If you don't have children, for some of you, what this is looking like is having something that you have built or that you've put energy into, either in work or into your relationships or into something that you're physically, material possession building. And now that you've put your work into, you can let it go, and you don't need to continue to obsess on it, but also it's not over yet. You're still waiting for a harvest to come. So hang tight, it's growing. So some of the themes that we can see when we look at this is that your recent past is one of emotional intelligence, of learning different parts of yourself, integrating parts of your psyche, or gaining a deeper understanding of your patterns, of your traumas, of where you need to heal, and then working towards healing them, or becoming more aware of your addictive behaviors or your negative patterns, and whether or not you're healing them or not, you're becoming more aware of them. And then currently you're also at a position of feeling like, hey, I am doing this work. I'm in the Nine of Cups. I feel like I've learned a lot of techniques and strategies and coping skills for taking care of myself emotionally and sharing it with other people. But you may be at a point where you can now start to help other people gain that sort of intelligence or insight. And then your near future is connected to being a student again. We're always a student to something new in life, and you're always then also able to mentor and teach as well. So this Page of Pentacles is saying in a different realm, in providing structure and stability for yourself. You may be a student, you may be learning how to take care of your finances or learning how to build something, but no matter what it is, allowing yourself to be curious and learn those sort of study habits again will be really helpful for you. And then in the future, in the Seven of Coins, the distant future, all of the work that you are creating right now, that you are putting into in these different aspects of your life, it will pay off, but you may need to wait, and you may put all of the work and cross all the T's and dot all the I's, but it may be up to external forces to complete something. So that is just a couple of fun lessons from your reading. That is your reading for today, Scorpio. Thank you so much for joining me. And I am just so glad that you joined. And if you are interested, please watch one of the other videos on your sun or on your rising ascendant. And yeah, thank you for joining. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.